Good afternoon, everyone, and a very warm welcome to today's masterclass, Sai Pathways, a masterclass series organized by Sai University. And today's masterclass, is titled "Build Your Own Chatbot Using AI," organized by School of AI. And it's my pleasure to introduce our speaker for today's session, Dr. Pankaj Jain, Assistant Professor at School of AI at Sai University. Dr. Jain brings over 15 years of experience in academia and research with expertise spanning artificial intelligence, machine learning, biomedical engineering, and medical imaging. He earned his PhD from the IIT Varanasi. He has served as a member of the Washington University Postdoctoral Society Executive Council and received awards at conferences hosted by IIT Kanpur and IIT Madras. His research has been widely published with leading academic publishers including Springer, Elsevier, and MDPI. Dr. Jain has begun his career at NIT Raipur as a lecturer and later joined Washington University in St. Louis, USA, as postdoctoral research associate, where he worked on interdisciplinary research in precision oncology and radiotheranostics. He has also been associated with Geo Institute Navy Mumbai and focusing on computer vision and medical imaging, and at IIT Mandi as a project scientist developing deep learning models for artery imaging. With that, over to you, sir, and we very warm welcome for the webinar.
Thank you, Nilay. Very good afternoon to all of the students, participants. And Nilay already introduced me about my qualification and everything, and my previous research as well. Let me give you my short bio. My name is Dr. Pankaj Jain, and currently I'm working as a assistant professor in School of AI in Sai University, Chennai. And like all my qualification, he already told you, I have a PhD in AI from IIT BHU, MTech from IIT Kharagpur. And previously, I was working as postdoc scientist in Washington University in St. Louis. And so that was about me. And so today's topic is build your own chatbot. So we will be discussing about the history of chatbots, um, some of the fundamentals of natural language processing, and at last, for 15 or 20 minutes, we will spend on hands-on experience to build chatbot for yourself. Okay. So one moment, actually, slide is, yeah. Can you see my slide?
Yes, sir, it is visible. So
Okay,
probably if
so
you can put it in
yeah,
slide.
it is moving. Actually, it was moving very slow, so I thought it is not moving.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so as you can see, we will discuss about chatbots, some brief history about chatbots, and modern LLMs, large language models, some fundamentals of natural language processing, how basically all chatbots or the large language model operates. At last, we will build our own chatbot. Like it will be very small. It will be a demo code on the Google Colab, and I will give you the code. You can download immediately with me. And if you have access to a laptop with you and internet, a solid internet connection, you can simultaneously code the same chatbot in your own computer as we will be developing. We will be seeing. And so, like, we will see the history of chatbots. If you think like that, all these development in the area of large language model, which you call as a chat GPT or the perplexity or the Gemini, if it is very new, you are wrong, completely wrong. So these development are not very new. That is long back, like many decades ago. The history of chatbots started like in 1948. It was founded by the Shannon's information theory algorithm. Okay, where he conceptualized the language model with the statistical parameters. In 1966, first chatbot was developed. It was named as Eliza. You can see in this picture. It is little blurry. It was on the DOS screen. So you can see the question and answer. Like you can give the prompt, and the Eliza was able to answer your questions or the queries. So this was the first chatbot developed in 1966. After that, like in 1970s to 1990s, other language models were developed. Okay, you can call it early natural language processing models. In early 2000s, Benjios developed the language model using the neural network. Okay, and then in early 2010s, word to vec, the model was developed. Later on, in the late 2010s, the transformer models were developed, and recent ChatGPT and Gemini models are based on transformer model. And the early beginning of the 2020s, ChatGPT, Gemini, all the perplexities, all these models were bot is it is the branch, like a study under the branch of natural language processing. So what is natural language processing? It is the branch of AI basically, and we study chatbots under the branch of natural language processing. So what is natural language processing is to teach the computers to understand your human language, like any kind of language, English, Hindi, Tamil, or any other language we usually talk or write. So to teach the machine or the computer about these languages is the natural language processing. So it is the area of artificial intelligence, so which focus on understanding between the human and the computer. So the recent examples are ChatGPT, Bird, Gemini. So these are the example of large language model which comes under the natural language processing study. So I have a question. Is natural language processing and LLM or the chatbot, are all these are same thing or like a different thing? Can anyone answer? Just think about it. I'm giving you 5 seconds. Think about it. So basically, natural language processing is the branch of study under the umbrella of artificial intelligence. Okay. LLMs or the chat GPT or the perplexity are the application which are based on the natural language processing application or the study. And the chat GPT chatbots are the basically the application which are developed to it is kind of interface to interact with the computer and the human. So there is a slight difference between NLP, LLM, and the chatbot. Okay. So chatbot may or may not use the LLM, and LLM is the application or the tool which uses the concept of natural language processing. Okay. So all these are connected, but in a slight different way. So if you are, for your understanding, we can call it all the NLP system, not all the LLP system are LLM. Okay. And not all chatbots are uses LLMs. Okay. Some of the chatbots uses large language model or the chat GPT in the background. Some of the chatbots, not all the chatbots. Okay. Some of the application, if you see of the natural language processing as a chatbot or the virtual assistant, like you have already seen chat GPT, Gemini, Perplexity. These are the LLM models. Okay. Some of the, and if you have already used Google Translation, which is the machine translation, and text summarization, you can give your PDF, your Word file to the summarization tool. Okay. And summary of your text will be available to you. Sentiment analysis, spam detection in your Gmail. You may filter spam emails. So these are all the application of natural language processing. And some of more applications are text classification. For example, you are interested in some particular type of news related to sports, finance, politics based news. So all these texts are classified after understanding all these texts using the natural language processing concepts, and it may be um, available to you based on your interest. So all these texts are summarized and then classified into different categories. For example, sport, finance, maybe film, media, politics. So these are classification example of natural language processing, text classification example of. Second, last is the speech recognition. Speech recognition is very recent application which I saw in the YouTube also, where you can convert the voice, okay, sound to text. Okay, those sound is converted into text via using the what the feature is called subtitle features. So you can click on YouTube. There's a button, CC button, where you can convert the sound into text, and the subtitles will be available in any other languages. So this is the recent example which where the speech recognition technique is used in YouTube videos recently, where the sound or the audio is converted into text. There are other examples. The reverse of this um, technique is also available, where text is converted into sound. So if you have seen in the Google Translate, if you type anything and the text is converted into sound, you can listen to it. So that is the reverse of text to sound conversion. This is also an example of natural language processing. Okay. Further, there are other applications, for example, identifying person, place, organization by the name itself. You type the name, and just by the typing, it will be converted into its um, identity about its place, organization, etc. So some of the example of chatbots, since we are studying about the chatbots, so we will see some of the chatbots. Basically, chatbot, I called it LLM, large language model, but it is also kind of chatbot as well. Okay, it is a large language model. At the same time, it is a chatbot also. And similarly, Perplexity, Gemini, or DeepSeek, it is also a large language model as well as the chatbot. There are other voice-based chatbots or the application of NLP, which are Siri, Alexa, Google Assistant. These are also kind of chatbots, but voice-based chatbots. I'm not talking about Alexa devices, those electronic devices. I'm talking about the chatbots where you can type the question um, on your maybe Apple phone, maybe Amazon app, and the Google Chrome browser, where you can type it. They are also voice-based chatbots as well. Some of the commercial application uh, of these chatbots are available. For example, if you visit to any website like HDFC Bank's website, there is a chatbot at the side of the website. Its name is Eva. Similarly, ICICI Bank is using iPal, SBI is using ELA, and Mintra is using Maya chatbot. Indian School of Business, this example where the school or the university website is using chatbot is Elena. PVR, movie jockey, IRCTC. Recently, today only I booked a ticket, and there was a chatbot Ask Disha, so I included it here. Bank of America is using Erica, and the Mastercard is using Kai. These are some example of chatbots. So I have a question, like why these chatbots are necessary when we can have already somebody like a customer care executive. They are available to deal with the customer. So why we need a chatbot all the time? Just think about for carefully. Just for 5 seconds, think about it. There's always customer care executive available to deal with the customers, or in case of hospitals, maybe patients. So why we need chatbots basically? So there are various conditions. You cannot predict many conditions, like where your customer or the patient may not be able to speak the same language as the customer care executive. There are many hundreds of more than hundreds of languages in this world. Even in India, like more than 50 languages are spoken officially. So banks or any company cannot hire all the language speaking people. So for initial beginning task, like for just for to ask something about the bank or the account, some fundamental information, they cannot hire a customer care executive in all the languages. So it's better to hire like use these chatbots where they can assist the customer or the patient in case. So these are the application of the chatbots and in commercial setting. So we will see some of the fundamentals of the natural language processing. So as I told you, natural language processing is the branch of artificial intelligence where the computer is trained with a human language to deal with the human and the computer. So we will see some of the fundamentals about how basically chatbot operates or the natural language processing for say. Okay, because if you are building a chatbot, it is vital to understand what are the internal concept about the chatbots, how text is converted and converted into machine language to understand by the machine. So the first concept is the tokenization. So as you enter um, your text in the computer in the chatbot, so it is converted into tokens. Tokens are the small units. Okay, so I have written one example here. The cats are playing. So as you enter, because your computer does not understand what is cat or what is playing, so it converts all the sentence into small tokens. So it converts these small tokens are written here. The cats are playing. So it is converted in small token. First token is the, second is cats are playing. So all these are tokens. Further, it is converted into sub word level. Okay. So the cat, so cat is plural here. Cats basically is plural here. So cat and the S, it is sub word, and the token is further extended to cat and S. So S is for plural. R playing. It is ing is added here in this verb. So play and the ing for the action verb. So further it is subdivided into further tokens. Okay. So why it is important to convert into token? Okay, and there is value of comma, even the commas as well. So there's an example here. Let's eat grandma and let's eat grandma. What is the difference between these two sentences? If you see, there is a comma. So let's eat, then comma. And then you're asking the grandma, uh, let's eat. Okay, and the second question, actually, let's eat grandma. Basically you are eating the your grandmother. So there is a value of even the comma, and it is vital to understand the value of each token. So even in this case, in this sentence, the comma will be used as a token as well. So because it will change the context or the meaning of the sentence, that's why it is very important to understand the token and the value of token. Okay. And further, the second aspect of the NLP fundamental is the embedding. Okay, it is like little technical concept, so I would not assume you will understand immediately is this thing. But for simplicity, I will tell you. So every sentence or every token is assigned like weight or some values. Which word has more value in the sentence? So um, for example, dog and puppy both are very similar word, so both are assigned similar weights in the sentence. So like in this sentence, all the tokens will be assigned a value or the weights. We call it in the technical language, we call it weight of all the tokens. So basically, this is the embedding inside the NLP inside the chatbot basically. Further, there is a positional encoding, which is very vital while understanding the meaning of the sentence. Okay, because if you are changing the order of the sentence, order of the literals inside a sentence, the meaning will also change. Okay, so for you, if I say like any jumbled word, you may or may not understand, but for a computer, it is vital to give in the proper order to understand it better. For example, a sentence is written here: the dog chased the cat, and the second sentence is the cat chased the dog. In the first sentence, dog is chasing the cat, and the second sentence, cat is chasing the dog. Both are different sentence, both have different meaning. Just order of two words are changed, which is making two different sentences. Because in this, the completely, if you go and visualize the Tom and Jerry show, so sometimes uh, Tom chases the Jerry, and sometimes Jerry chases the Tom. So both are not same. So for positional encoding is very important because it changes the context of the sentence. Okay, so further there are some different type of analysis in the chatbots. Okay, first one is the syntactic analysis or the parsing inside the chatbots, which identifies the grammar and sentence of the sentence structure. Okay, for example, the cat sat on the mat. Okay, so in this example, cat and sat, cat is the subject and sat is the verb. It sounds very similar, cat sat on the mat, but it has a subject and the verb which are sounding very similar. And the parsing or the syntactic analysis identifies the subject or the verb inside the sentence. So you must be confused how these are related to chatbots. Basically, all these are very important step to understand first the language or convert the sentence into a proper machine language, which could be understood by the computer basically. So these are very important to understand. The next analysis is the semantic analysis, um, where computer basically understands the meaning of a sentence, because sometimes we human talk in a coded language. Okay, we talk in a coded language or in the double meaning or a hidden meaning sentences. There is hidden meaning inside the sentence. For example, I am feeling blue. It's not like I'm avatar. I'm not avatar. I'm going to convert into avatar. uh, okay, I'm feeling blue means I'm feeling sad. I'm not feeling well. I'm maybe sick. I'm not going to convert into avatar. Okay. So this is the semantic analysis, basically understand the meaning of the sentence, the hidden meaning of the sentence. Okay. Next comes the pragmatic analysis. Okay. So it interprets the context or the intention behind the words. Okay. Or or situation or the intent of behind the speaker or the writer. If you take the example, it is written, can you open the door? If you see it, it is not a question. It is a request. If you are standing in a room, and if you ask your sister or your brother to can you open the door, it's not like you are asking your brother or sister about their strength. Okay, or it is not a question, it is asking them to open the door. Can you open the door? So it's not about asking their strength. Can you open the door? It is the intent is the question, whether you can open whether can you open the door. It is asking the question. It's a polite request, not a question about the ability. So this is the pragmatic analysis where the model or the computer understands the intent behind the speaker or the writer. Um, Further, there are different concept which is called discourse integration, which is related to if you are writing in big sentences in a uh, for the analysis of your text. So it connects the sentence from with the previous sentences. If you see, it connects the text with the previous sentences. For example, Ria bought a dress. She in the this is the first sentence. She wore it in the party. Okay. So if you analyze the sentence, the discourse integration allows the machine to understand what the sentence, which sentence is connected to the previous part of the same text. In this sentence, if you see, Ria bought a dress and she wore it in the party. In the second sentence, the machine understands the she wore means she refers to the Ria. Okay, so this is the discourse integration. Discourse integration means the machine understands the context or it relates the future sentence with the previous sentences. Okay, in the second sentence, it understood that she refers to the Ria. This is your discourse integration. Okay. The next concept is the morphological analysis. It is not very important for you to understand as at this moment, where it converts like very long word into smaller fragments. Okay, we already seen, but this is a little complex. Unhappiness. Here, this is very long word, unhappiness. So it has a prefix, suffix, and the root in this word unhappy and the ness. So unhappiness has prefix unhappy as a root word and the ness as a suffix. So so basically morphological analysis converts a big word into um, smaller structures or the prefix, suffix, and the roots of your big word. I hope you understood all these concept. I will just revise about the fundamentals of NLP. So first concept was the tokenization, where you convert text into smaller sentences or the fragments, or smaller tokens, and the embedding you assign weights to each token because all the words has different weights or the weightage inside the sentence. Second, the positional encoding is very important, the order of the words, and the passing or like checking the grammar and the sentence structure. It is very important again, and understanding the meaning of the sentence, semantic analysis, okay, which is the hidden meaning behind inside the sentence, and the pragmatic analysis is the intent behind the asking the question. Okay, and discourse integration, which connects the future sentence in the text with the previous sentences. So this is the discourse integration. And further, morphological analysis converts bigger words into prefix, suffix, and the roots. Okay, so why it is important to provide proper prompting to the chatbot or the large language model, if you say, if you consider it as same. So being specific and clear is very important in order, you already saw why you need to be very specific in terms of writing your text or the question, because all the words matter. You cannot eat your grandma. Okay, the dog cannot chase cat if it is chasing the if a dog is chasing the cat, you cannot write it as a cat chasing the dog. So it is very important to write very clear and the specific sentence. You also need to provide the context where you are asking. So this is very important to provide the context as well, in which terms you are asking the question. Okay, you have to define the persona and the tone, like tone of your question as well, and it should be in the proper format to get a proper response from the chatbot, or if you say chat GPT maybe. Okay, so all these are very important. All these things are taught in the recent courses by many people, to how to give the proper prompt to a chatbot. So I told you the reason. You should understand why you should give the proper um, proper question or the proper command or the prompt to a chatbot. So those were the reasons you just saw. So before we move to the uh, hands-on on the chatbot, we will see why what we studied so far, and where it falls in the area of artificial intelligence. So basically, artificial intelligence, what you see, like you all only know one word, artificial intelligence. But for the researchers, it is further subdivided into different categories: artificial narrow intelligence, artificial general intelligence, and the artificial super intelligence. What are the difference? You would say, we only know the artificial intelligence. So you are converting AI into ANI now, AGI, ASI, means super intelligence, narrow intelligence, AG, general intelligence. What is this? So basically, for researchers, for a general purpose, general public, AI, all these terms are same. For researcher, it is important to subdivide AI into different categories. So what development you have seen is the narrow intelligence, all the development in the chatbot, chat GPT, perplexity, all these fall under the umbrella of narrow intelligence. So basically, narrow intelligence is the type of AI, or the branch of AI, not branch of AI, is a limitation of AI which is performing one specific task at one time. For example, if you take example of chatbot, so it can only give the answer of the customer's question. It cannot do any other thing. It cannot pour you coffee in a coffee mug. It cannot drive your vehicle at the same time. If chatbot is designed for one specific task, it will do only one specific task. Okay, for example, YouTube recommendation system in the YouTube or the Netflix, it will give you your desired programs list based on your interests. So these are designed for one specific task. It cannot do any other task. Okay, so and then comes the general intelligence, which has the capability of human intelligence. So general intelligence is better than a narrow intelligence. It can do many tasks at the same time. Okay, at the at the present time, we are not in the AGI stage. Even after these development, we have not achieved general intelligence or the human level intelligence. We are still at the narrow intelligence level, even with the development of ChatGPT. You have seen lots of ChatGPT can do lots of things. It can generate pictures, it can generate anything like text, it can generate the PPT, it can give the answer. Still, it is a narrow intelligence. It is not a general intelligence. It cannot perform any other task which is like it is designed for. It can only do one task at one time. So can you say ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini are the beginning of AGI, or the advanced level of narrow intelligence? I would say it is advanced stage of narrow intelligence, or like somewhere between beginning of the general intelligence. And then comes like the super intelligence, where it is god level intelligence, which where the computer may be able to take the decisions on its own. Like you might have seen lots of Hollywood movies where the machines or the robots are taking their decisions, something like that, on their own. So something which has a god level intelligence, that will be falling under the super intelligence category. So this is all about artificial narrow intelligence, general intelligence, and the super intelligence. And currently, all the Chat GPT, Perplexity, all these are falling under the category of narrow intelligence. It is also important to set the limit of a narrow intelligence in general, because the goals of development should be fixed. You cannot expect beyond this. That is the requirement from an ANI, or like setting the definitions of ANI and the AGI. Because if you are setting the limits for ANI, you cannot expect from the same technique to give you result like AGI. So that is why it is important to classify into these three categories. Okay, so let's make our hands dirty with the codes. So I will show you one chat GPT demo, sorry, chatbot demo. And you can download your chatbot demo here with this QR code. Just go scan this QR code and download the Word file. I have already given the permission to download it. Download and open the Google Colab. I will guide you. I will give you 1 minute to download it, and we will take 1 minute break to download this code, and then we will start working on hands-on about this. Okay. I hope you downloaded this code. So let's start developing our own uh, chatbot demo. Okay, I'm sharing my screen here again. Can you see this screen? Can you just tell me?
Yes, sir. Your screen is visible. Yes.
Okay, okay. So this is um, chatbot demo. So this is the module one. Like this is the dependencies installation. So I will introduce you about the Google Colab. So Google Colab, you can go just open, um, type Google Colab on your Google Chrome browser, and log in with your Gmail ID, and just I'm just teaching you. Okay, and then you can open new notebook here, just like this. Just open a new one. Okay, so you can open one new notebook here with this prompt, and your new notebook will be opened here. You can rename it like here, a chatbot demo. Okay, so you can rename it, and then you can start typing here. I have already given the codes to you. You can download with the QR code. This is the module one, where you will install all the dependencies on your computer. It will be only on the cloud. It will not be installed in your local computer. So everything you will work on it, it will be deleted after you close the browser. Okay, so it will be connected to your cloud graphic computers. So I'm running, and then second module is the installation of the transformer model. So if you are using, if if it is shows you the CPUs, then use there is a small model. And if it shows the GPU, see the dependencies are installed in the cloud, and it is showing me the GPU available false. So your GPU is not available. So use only this small model at this time and leave the base model. Okay, if you GPU is available, so use the base model. It will be better and it will give you better results. Okay, so let me run this model. So this model will be run. This is the pre-trained model. I would tell you again, this is the pre-trained model, which I talked about, the human computer, the natural language processing model. So this is already pre-trained model. We have to install in your local computer or in the cloud. You can even install in your local computer as well. Next is your setting the hyperparameters. Here the temperature is set as 0.7 and the max new tokens are 128. I will tell you about these temperature and max new tokens right now. Okay, so you are running it here. Okay, and the next is what type of model you want to design from your from this chatbot. What type of prompts you want. For example, here it is a question answer type of a chatbot, summarization tool type of chatbot, rewrite type of chatbot. You can rewrite all your text. You can translate any text into any other language. Here it is converted into Hindi language. You can classify any given text into further categories, and if you can also generate a little bit amount of code. Okay, so this is the task which your chatbot will perform. Since it is very damn basic type of chatbot, so you cannot expect too much from this chatbot. We are seeing the demo of this code. So here you can see the output of your chatbot here. So I have written one question here. What is the name of a city? So let me run this module as well before. And all the module you have to run in the sequence. So first you will run first module, then second module, then third module, fourth likewise. Okay. So at last in the fifth module, you will get to see the answer or your uh, queries of your answer. So so your prompt is designed to give the question answer type of chatbot. So QA here, if you see, QA is the task question answer type of task. So if you want to change, you can give the task as summarize here. Okay, so I am using the question answer based chat GPT type of task. So I asked the question, what is the name of a city? It gave me the answer, San Francisco. Okay, I'm asking the question, what is the name of a country? So let me ask. So name of the country is given as the Scotland. What I'm asking another question, what is the name of a mountain? For example, what is the name of a mountain? Sacramento. Actually, all these are the model is trained for the geography of the United States. I think that's why it is giving the um, European and United States related answers. So, so this is how your Chat GPT will give you your chat, not Chat GPT. Chatbot will give you answer on the screen. So you will be wondered All these are codes are written, but in the chat GPT or in the chat bot, you do not see any type of the code at the front. So that is different thing. So you can design your own chatbot interface with this module. So I'm just uh, running this module here, and you can see your interface, chatbot interface here. Okay. So this is your chatbot interface. So this is the temperature. So temperature is related to your randomness. If you, the lower, if you keep it lower, it will give you less random answer, and but the creativity will also be very less. Okay, it may give you more precise answer with the lower temperature, but the creativity will be very low. It will not give you random answer in the lower temperature. The new tokens are, as I already told you. So your sentences will be converted into smaller tokens. So 128 is the number of tokens at the length of your sentences. The maximum number of sentence. So large, it will you can set it to more number of tokens as well. So basically your questions will be converted into smaller tokens. So higher number of tokens will give you more lengthy answers. Okay, so you can set it to lower limit to get more precise answer in the very short length, or you can, if you want very detailed answer, you can set the new tokens to a better limit or higher limit. Okay, so I'm setting it to 256 as of now. And let me ask the question here again. What is the name? What is the name of a country? Okay. Okay. And you can run it, your question, and the answer is Scotland. Okay. And let me, what is the name of animal? Of an animal. Okay. So let's see what is the answer. Fox, my favorite animal. Joking. So basically, it is a chatbot interface designed to give you some question answer type of task. Okay, you can summarize, you can change the task type, like from question answer, the QA means question answer, from question answer to summarize type. Okay, so let's see what you can summarize. It is very hot today. I will eat ice cream. Okay, let's see ice cream with my friends. Okay, let's see what. I will eat ice cream with my friends. So it is summarizing your sentences here. Okay, it is summarizing your sentences. So it is very basic type of chatbot basically, and it needs proper training with larger number of database. If you give bigger um, uh, queries, like very detailed question, it may not be able to answer. If you see what is the name of a country in Asia. Okay, so let's see what it gives the answer. Sarajevo, I don't know what is this. It is giving you garbage answer. What is the name of a city? Let's take city in USA. Let's see. San Francisco. It is still giving some proper answer. Okay. So, but if I'm suggesting you, actually, if you are asking too much detailed question from this chatbot, it may not be able to give the proper answer. because it is trained with a limited data set. If you want to give proper answer with this model, you have to train the model in the training setting. There will be different code to train this model with large number of text. Text means you can get the text from the PDF files, from the Word files, maybe some internet content, blog spots, many different website, news websites. So you can train the model with those kind of text available on the internet or in the offline in your computer maybe. Once your model will be trained, you can save that model and make a similar kind of chatbot here, and you can perform the question answer task and maybe summarization task, any kind of things you can do. So that's it about um, developing your own chatbot. Okay. And if you have question, like I'm open to answer any question.
Uh, Thank you, sir. So, participants, if you have any questions, you can put in the chat box. Probably, sir can answer that. So, or you'll have Q&A section enabled, so you can post your questions.
Um, I'm not able to understand this question written in the chat box. Different, sir, but they are like subsets.
No, sir, I think that was the answer which you have initially asked. So it was long back.
Okay,
The
okay,
first
okay, okay,
session
okay,
started.
okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay, okay. Mhm. If you want to make more projects, actually, we teach our university student about how to develop a machine learning model to work on medical database as well. So you can design the chat bots for the medical database as well, where your chatbot will be answering questions related to hospitals or the diagnosis maybe. Okay, so these kind of things we teach on our university students. You can reach out to me on my email address. It is available on the website, and for any future queries, you can contact me or contact the webinar organizer Nilay, and they can connect to us. And if you have any queries, if you are running that code, how practical the BTech AI course will be at Sai University. BTech AI course is completely practical. They start doing the practical since the beginning. For example, from the first year itself, they have one lab in the programming language, and the other course is fundamentals of AI, where they learn about the fundamentals of all the subjects of AI. In the second semester, they have AI programming course. Um, so they will learn the Python in context of artificial intelligence only. And they have another programming language, for example, C++. In the third semester onwards, they have a completely AI courses. So they will be learning fundamentals of machine learning, other programming languages related to AI courses, and they have specializations as well. We are running 6 type of specialization. One is in digital healthcare, media, agri-tech means agriculture, AI in agriculture, AI in healthcare, AI in media, AI in law, AI in for these are like 6 specialization in so apart from their regular studies, they can opt for these specialization courses, and these will be taught by separate faculties. There will be 6 courses for these to get the specialization in these areas. Okay. So the next question is, as a beginner, how can I learn AI coding? So I would suggest you to build small projects if you want to learn any programming language. and there is no separate AI coding. Like if you start making small codes, for example, you can learn Python as your a fundamental language. Maybe you can start with the C language as well. But I would suggest you to work on and learn Python language first. Then after learning Python, there are specialized courses in machine learning. You can go for in the some online courses you can take related to machine learning, and they will teach you about the fundamentals of AI. Or if you are pursuing BTech in AI courses, we already teach um, fundamentals of AI and the AI programming in the first year itself. So BTech AI courses, there are other type of specialization you can go. If you want to work on some specialized area, there is a, huge demand in AI in fintech, means AI in finance. Okay, so all the banks, they have their AI wings, and they are using AI techniques to identify the frauds in the banking sector. So there is a huge demand in financial sector as well with the AI specializations. So this is also a branch of a study in our Sai University. And the BTech AI student learn all specialization simultaneously with the BTech in AI course.
Thank you, sir, for your detailed answer for all the questions. So, participants, final call for questions. So, if in case you have any questions, you can post in the chat box. We are on the final verge of completion. Or, like Sir said, if you have any queries, you can always contact us. So, and even if you want to connect with our faculty, so we'll very well help you or have one-on-one session with the faculty. So, that's it. So,
Thank you, students. It was very nice to connect with you all. Um, Thank you very much. It was very nice